Resource dependence theory. The relationship between an organization and its environment. Organizations are open systems that are environment dependent and environment serving. An open system means it constantly interacts with its environment to exchange resources. These resources can be in terms of material, energy, information, among others. An organization has to identify a business gap or a problem that needs to be solved in its environment, whether local or international, and come up with a good or service to fill it. This means that the organization's business idea is then a solution to a problem or a gap in the environment, whether current or anticipated. In the 21st century, most of the organizational ideas are built around convenience. People want to get things done in a faster way, in an easier way, using the minimum effort possible. For example, in the food industry, earlier you'd need to go to an hotel to have a meal. If you don't work there physically, you won't be able to have a meal. Now you can be able to go to the hotel and order for a takeaway, or you can order for food to be delivered at your own convenient place. To survive in its external environment, the organization formulates a strategy aligning to its environment. In case of any changes in the environment, the organization may have to rethink its strategy, undergo internal restructuring, or it can do both. It can restructure and re-strategize, depending on the speed and direction of change. It does this since it is defined by the environment it exists in, and it has to stay comfortable in that environment. From the essence of production, the environment provides resources in terms of inputs required by the organization. These inputs can be raw materials, manpower, machines and equipment, finance, electricity, infrastructure necessary to the point where the consumer receives goods and services. The environment also provides market for goods and services produced by the organization. The organization has to make sure it continuously produces acceptable goods and services. If the environment does not accept the goods and services produced by the organization, it does not consume them. Therefore, the organization may not be able to survive in that environment. It determines organization's sustainable competitive advantage and hence its profitability. The organization has to survive the competition, be able to adjust to the social, political, climatic, as well as the technological changes around it. The organization uses SWOT analysis to identify the opportunities, threats, strengths, and also weaknesses in its environment. This analysis is useful in determining the organization's strategy, the direction of growth, as well as good for planning, decision making, and control purposes. Let's look at this illustration of a production process and the contribution of the environment in the process. So at the input level, which is the start level, the environment provides raw materials, manpower, land, and capital to the organization. The organization in turn pays for the inputs that have been provided by the environment. It will pay for the raw materials brought in, pay for the people who are working there, pay for the land if it is physically situated there, and the capital. If it has borrowed loans, it has to pay interest on loans. In the production level, it provides manpower, technology, software, machines and equipment. Power can be electricity, it can also be fuel. The organization at this stage also pays for the inputs provided. At the output level, it provides infrastructure, vehicles, technology for delivery, customer satisfaction software, manpower,